The apartment job episode 4 raises the stakes dramatically by revealing Park Hae Kang's dangerous past, while showing that he has not completely abandoned the tricks that once made him one of the most feared gang leaders. Just when it seems his political career is over before it truly begins, Hae Kang pulls off perhaps the biggest scam of the series so far, completely changing public opinion and defeating his enemies. The episode opens with a flashback set 3 years earlier. At the time, Hae Kang was still deeply connected to the criminal underworld. His team prepares an expensive historical artifact as a gift for Tadayoshi, a former Yakuza member with a passion for Korean antiques. Before the meeting can end peacefully, another powerful gangster named Ichiguro storms into the building with his men, determined to assassinate Tadayoshi. A violent fight immediately breaks out. Rather than running away, Hae Kang and his team step into the battle and successfully save Tadayoshi's life. Grateful for the rescue, Tadayoshi promises that one day he will repay Hae Kang for everything he has done. At first, this flashback seems unrelated to the present story, but it eventually becomes the key to the entire episode. Back in the present, Hae Kang continues helping apartment residents carry heavy deliveries even after winning the District 4 election. Hae asks why he continues doing volunteer work now that he has already achieved his goal. Hae Kang explains that earning people's trust is more important than simply winning one election. Meanwhile, Chung-won celebrates an important victory of his own. Thanks to his intimidation of powerful government officials in the previous episode, Oman City has finally been included in the new town development project. However, Chung-won has no intention of allowing Hae Kang to gain even more popularity. He secretly controls the current Residents Association president, CEO, and orders him to remove the delivery truck ban. While the decision benefits residents, Chung-won's real goal is to eliminate the issue that had been helping Hae Kang gain public support. Instead of becoming discouraged, Hae Kang immediately starts searching for another way to connect with the community. Following advice from the lizard, he visits the apartment clubhouse where many of the women living in the complex regularly gather. There he meets Yoon-jo and several other residents who quickly become curious about Hae Kang and his unusual family. The visit helps him build new relationships while also showing that public opinion can change through personal interaction rather than campaign promises alone. Soon another opportunity appears. The Residents Association president election is announced. Presidency plans to remain in power, but Hae Kang shocks everyone by nominating himself as a candidate. His campaign promise immediately grabs attention. He publicly declares that if he is ever caught accepting bribes, he will donate his own apartment. The bold promise impresses many residents, but also terrifies President Seo and his supporters. Unknown to most residents, President Seo has been accepting illegal payments from contractors responsible for waste recycling services. The contractors immediately recognize Hae Kang as the former leader of the Oasis gang and begin worrying that their corrupt business could soon be exposed. Realizing that Hae Kang is becoming a serious threat, President Seo launches a brutal attack. During an emergency meeting broadcast live to every apartment, he publicly reveals Hae Kang's criminal past. Residents are stunned. Many cannot believe that the man asking for their trust once led a notorious criminal organization. Supporters immediately demand his resignation before he can even defend himself. Just when the situation appears hopeless, someone secretly disconnects the power, cutting off the broadcast before Hae Kang can properly respond. Although the interruption prevents even greater embarrassment, public opinion quickly turns against him. President Seo celebrates what appears to be Hae Kang's political downfall. Hae, however, refuses to give up. Rather than abandoning Hae Kang, she begins investigating who leaked his past to the public. Her loyalty also becomes clear when several women pressure her to divorce Hae Kang after learning about his criminal history. Instead of distancing herself, Hae firmly defends him. She argues that people should judge Hae Kang based on the man he is today rather than the mistakes he made years earlier. Her defense becomes one of the emotional highlights of the episode and shows that their relationship is slowly becoming more genuine despite beginning as a fake marriage. Another surprising alliance forms when Miss Jang approaches Hae Kang. Although the two spent the previous episode attacking each other during the District 4 election, she now reveals that President Seo has been running the Residents Association through corruption and manipulation. She invites Hae Kang to join one of her protests demanding changes to the planned subway station location. At first, the protest appears completely serious. But after spending time with Miss Jang's supporters, Hae Kang discovers the hilarious truth. Most of them are not actually interested in changing government policy. They simply enjoy gathering together for free meals and socializing. Despite this, Miss Jang accidentally gives Hae Kang an incredible idea. She explains that major construction projects can be delayed or even canceled if valuable historical relics are discovered at the construction site. Immediately, Hae Kang remembers his old connection with Tadayoshi. He contacts his former ally in Japan and asks him to return the historical artifact from years earlier. With the artifact now in his possession, Hae Kang secretly buries it near the construction area before organizing a much larger public protest in support of Miss Jang. He even hires traditional performers to attract television cameras and media attention. Then comes the biggest trick of the episode. Pretending to trip during the protest, Hae Kang creates the perfect opportunity for Miss Jang to discover the buried relic. The discovery instantly becomes national news. Experts rush to examine the ancient object while construction on the Oman New Town project is immediately suspended pending investigation. Residents suddenly begin viewing Hae Kang as a hero who helped protect an important piece of Korean history. Ironically, the entire discovery was carefully staged by Hae Kang himself. The fake archaeological discovery completely transforms public opinion. People who had doubted him only hours earlier now praise his efforts. Miss Jang herself becomes thrilled by the attention while celebrating with the other residents. Meanwhile, Chung-won is furious. The suspension of the Oman New Town project destroys years of planning and delays construction for at least 3 years. Although he cannot immediately prove who is responsible, he knows someone has deliberately sabotaged his ambitions. The episode reaches its climax during the Residents Association election. After all the scandals, betrayals, and political games, the final votes are counted. Hae Kang defeats President Seo and officially becomes the new Residents Association president. His family and assistants celebrate the incredible victory, believing they have finally overcome one of their biggest obstacles. But the celebration does not last long. President Seo is summoned by Chung-won. Desperate for forgiveness, Seo apologizes repeatedly for losing the election. Chung-won shows absolutely no mercy. In a terrifying display of anger, he smashes Seo with his own glass nameplate, leaving blood everywhere. Outside the office, facility manager Mr. Choi secretly witnesses everything, meaning Chung-won may have just created another dangerous enemy. The episode ends with Hae Kang finally meeting Chung-won face-to-face. As Hae Kang notices bloodstains on Chung-won's clothes, the powerful businessman calmly congratulates him on becoming president. Before leaving, Chung-won delivers a chilling warning. He tells Hae Kang that they will meet again. That final conversation makes it clear that the apartment election was only the beginning. Now that Hae Kang has become one of the most influential residents in the complex, he has entered direct conflict with the most dangerous man behind every major conspiracy. Overall, Episode 4 shifts the series from neighborhood politics into a much larger power struggle. Hae Kang's criminal experience once again becomes his greatest weapon, allowing him to outsmart corrupt leaders with an elaborate scheme that changes the course of the election. However, his victory also puts him directly in Chung-won's path, setting up a dangerous battle that is likely to define the rest of the season.